ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरम् आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रयेऽभीष्टसिद्धये अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दान् अतीतद्वैतभानतः गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्त सारं वक्ष्ये यथामति। It was the now. But still you are able to hear otherwise also, no? But this is better. So in the last class we were saying Sukshma Sharira Upahita Chaitanyam is called Hiranyagarbha if it is Samashti Sukshma Sharira, and it is called Tejasa if it is Upadhi is Vyashti Sukshma Sharira. Etad Vyashti Upahitam Chaitanyam Tejasaha Bhavati Tejomaya Karanopahitatvad. Consciousness conditioned by the individual Upadhi in the form of subtle body is Bhavati, means is becomes or called Tejasaha. Why? It is Tejomaya Antahkarana Upahita. It is endowed with the Upadhi of Antahkarana, which is Tejomaya. Tejomaya means effulgent. So simple meaning of this sentence is that consciousness identified with the Sukshma Sharira, Vyashti Sukshma Sharira, is called Tejasa because it is having the Upadhi which is shining. So Tejomaya Upadhi Vishishtatvat, because it is endowed with the Upadhi which is Tejomaya, effulgent. Since it has got effulgent Upadhi, therefore it is called Tejasa. But we saw in a more technical manner that it is the Ashraya of Vasanamayi Prakasha Rupa Prajna. It is the Ashraya of the experience of the objects which are Vasanamaya. Vasanamaya is in the form of impressions. And therefore it is called Tejasaha. Either way, final meaning is that it is called Tejasa because associated with Tejomaya Antahkarana or Tejomaya Vishaya. It is the subject of Tejomaya Vishaya. It is the experiencer of the objects which are Tejomaya, effulgent. And these objects are what? Objects are in the form of vasanas, manifest vasanas. So they don't require external light. It's like inbuilt they have light. These vasanamaya objects have the light. Of course it is vasana maya prajna is illumined by consciousness. Consciousness illumines the vasanas and thus vasana maya objects are experienced. Idea is that in Swapna Avastha we do not require external light. There is light of consciousness and these objects themselves are Vasanamaya and therefore they do not require external objects. external light. And that is why in Swayam Jyoti Brahmana, to understand, to help the person understand the self-effulgent nature of Atma, Swapta Drishtanta is given. Why? Because in Jagrad Avastha, external light also is there. So we may think that objects are illumined by just external light. Whereas in Swapna, external light is not there, still objects are illumined. And therefore there must be a fundamental source of illumination. That is consciousness. That is by the way, but here Tejasaha is the one who is associated with Teja, effulgent Antahkarana. Then different titles were given for Vyashti. It is called Sukshma Sharira, Vijnanamaya Koshatraya, Swapna and Sthula Sharira Layasthanam. And in Swapna Avastha, Tejasa experience is Sukshma Bhoga, and therefore it is called Pravivikta Bhoga. Pravivikta means separated, different. Is the experience of Bhoga which is different from Sthula Bhoga. Therefore it is called Pravivikta Bhoga, Sukshma Bhoga. And then here also Vyashti and Samashti Upadhi are essentially same, and Vyashti, Samashti, Upahita Chaitanyam are also essentially same. Evam Sukshma Sharirodpattihi. In this manner, the creation of subtle body, Vyashti and Samashti was talked about. Then Sthula Bhutas are talked about. The Sthula Bhutas are born of Sukshma Bhutas. How? By the process of Panchikaranam, grossification, quintuplication, fivefold combination. And that was described in the 99th shloka, where it is said that first each element is divided into two halves, and then first part, the two halves are there, then first part is again divided into four, and these four parts of each element will be joining to other halves of other elements, and thus every element will have five parts, five constituents, half of itself and four parts of other elements. And this type of combination of elements is called Panchikarana. Panchi means fivefold, Karana means making. Making the elements fivefold. The process of making the elements fivefold, the process of making each element fivefold is called Panchikaranam. Chui Pratyanta Shabda Panchikaranam. Gati Samasa, Panchikaranam. Alright. And to substantiate this, the Panchadashi Shloka is quoted. Panchadashi is 27th Shloka, first chapter, 1.27. Alright. Taduk. We read again. Taduktam Vidha Vidhaya Chaikekam Chaturdha Prathamam Punaha Vidha Vidhaya Chaikekam Chaturdha Prathamam Punaha Swasvetarad Vitiyam Shiryojanat Pancha Panchate Swasvetarad Vitiyam Shiryojanat Pancha Panchate Iti. We have not read this shloka, no? So with this we have finished century. So 100 century, yes. So कुछ celebration बनता है. Okay. Taduktam, that is told. That means what? Panchikaranam Uktam. How? It is the Panchadashi Shloka. What has been told in the 99th is given here. Ekekam, each element. Ekekam is every element. Dvidha Vidhaya means dividing into two equal parts. Dvidha Vidhaya literally means making twofold, but together dividing into two equal parts. So the first step of Panchikaranam is dividing each element into 2 equal parts. First. Then Prathamam. Prathamam is the first part. Each element will have 2 parts. So of these 2, the first part, Punaha again, Chaturdha, in 4-fold manner. Vidhaya again we have to connect. Vidhaya. Punaha, Prathamam Bhagam, Chaturdha Vidhaya. The second step is what? Making the first part again into 4 subparts. So making the first part into the 4 parts, 4 equal parts. Okay, that is second step. And the third step of Panchikaranam is what? Swasvetara Dvitiyamshehi Yojanat. Yojanat means because of, on account of. Yojana means joining, because of joining with Swasva Itara Dvitiyamshehi. By joining with the second part, because first part we have divided into 4. So joining with the second part of each element, Itara means other, by joining with other elements. And other means what? Other than oneself. Swasva means oneself. So by joining with the second part other than oneself. Pancha Panchate. Here the printing is done Pancha Panchate. So Panchate is not a Kriyapada. Pancha Panchate. So Panchate should be separated. Pancha Panchate means te, means those elements are Pancha Pancha, means 5-fold. So otherwise I was wondering the Panchate Kriyapada is there. It's not that. Pancha Panchate. Te means those elements are 5-5. 5-5 means 5-fold. So each element become 5-fold by these 3 steps. Okay. Iti. Iti should go with what? Uktam. In this manner, Panchadashyam Uktam. We have to supply. We have to understand at least Panchadashyam Uktam. It has been told in the Panchadashi. This is the way of Panchikaranam. Okay. Now, in the next section or next paragraph, clarification is given regarding this Panchikaranam, the validity of Panchikaranam, because there can be a doubt. The doubt is, in Shastra, in Shruti, this Panchikaranam is not directly mentioned. In fact, what is mentioned is Trivritta Karanam. Trivritta Karanam. Trivritta Karanam is making 3-fold. So Panchikaranam is not mentioned. Making 3-fold is mentioned. So people may say this Panchikaranam is just your imagination, and it is contradicted by the Trivritta Karanam mentioned in the Chandogya Shruti. In the Chandogya, there is a Shruti Vakya, 6th chapter. 6th chapter, 6th chapter, 3rd Khanda, 2nd and 3rd mantras, it is said, Seyam Devata Ekshata, that this Devata thought, Hanta Aham Imaha Tisraha Devata Anena Jivena Atmana Anupravishya Nam Rupe Vyakaravadi. So Paramatma thought that having entered into these 3 devatas means what? Agnihi, Apaha and Prithvi. These 3 elements are looked upon as devata. And he said, having entered into them, let me manifest so many Nama Rupas which are there. As Jivena Atmana, as Jivatma, let me enter into all these 3 elements and let me manifest Nama Rupas. Kata, Pata, Mata, they are Nama Rupas. So let me manifest. And for that purpose, Tasam Trivrutam Trivrutam Ekeka Karvani. of these three devatas, ekekam, each one, trivrutam trivrutam karvani. Let me make each one of them threefold. Iti sa iyam devata imaha tisraha devata anena jivena atmana anupravishya nama rupe vyakarot. And thus this devata entered into these three devatas, and there was a combination, threefold combination of the devatas. Trivruta Karana was done, and this devata referring to Paramatma made these names and form manifest. This is the description given in the 6th chapter, 3rd Kanda. So this particular description is presenting Trivruta Karana, means making each element threefold. And how Trivruta Karana will be? First of all, each element is divided into two halves, and that first half will be divided into again two sub-halves, two sub-parts, subdivision. And so now we'll have in each element two halves, each having value of 1/4. So 1/4, 1/4 and half. So each element will have these three. And now this 1/4, 1/4 part will join with other two elements. And from other elements, other two elements also 1/4, 1/4 will come. And thus each element will become what? Threefold. Like Agni. Agni will have half of itself and 1/4 of water, 1/4 of Prithvi. So each element becomes threefold. And making each element threefold is called Trivruta Karana. Threefold Karana means making. So making each element Trivruta Karanam, that is presented in Shastra. Panchikaranam is not given in Shruti. Therefore a question can be raised that this Panchikaranam is not valid, the Trivruta Karanam alone is valid. Because Shastra Pramanakatvat. And that doubt is answered in the next sentence. Asya apramanyam na ashankaniyam.
Asya apramanyam na ashankaniyam.
Trivruta Karana Shrutehe.
Trivruta Karana Shrutehe.
Panchikaranasya api.
Panchikaranasya api.
Upalakshanatvat.
Upalakshanatvat.
Asya apramanyam. Apramanyam is invalidity, unauthenticity or inauthenticity. Asya means Panchikaranasya. Asya Panchikaranasya apramanyam, invalidity, unauthenticity. Na ashankaniyam, should not be suspected. We should not translate here, should not be doubted. No? Should not be suspected. Like if you apramanyam you are doubting is good only. Isn't it? Apramanyam, if you doubt, it means you said apramanyam cannot be there. So in English there are two words are there, suspecting and doubting. So we have to use appropriately. So here ashankaniyam. So na ashankaniyam. The inauthenticity of Panchikaranam should not be suspected. Acha. It should be suspected. Why not? Because the Shruti talks about Trivruta Karanam only. And you are bringing Panchikaranam. Home production. So for that, after Nashankariyam, there can be a comma. Nashankariyam. Why? Hetu is given. Trivruta Karana Shrutehe Panchikaranasya api upalakshanatvat. Because Trivruta Karana Shruti which is presenting this threefold combination or making every element threefold, that Shruti, Trivruta Karanasya Shruti, Shashti. Trivruta Karana Vishaya Shruti. Tasyaha. Trivruta Karana Vishaya Shrutehe. The Shruti षष्ठी विभक्ति अपि त्रिवृत्तकरण श्रुतेः पंचीकरणस्य अपि उपलक्षणत्वात्, because this Shruti talking about Trivruttakaranam is upalakshana, is the representative of what? Panchikaranasya api, even of Panchikaranam, quintuplication. So even though Shruti is talking about Trivruttakarana directly, but it is representative of Panchikarana as well. Okay? So Trivruttakarana Shrutehe Panchikaranasyapi upalakshanatva. Here Trivruttakarana Shrutehe could have been taken as a hetu. Trivruttakarana Shrutehe asya apramanyam na ashankaniyam. Then again we have to use Trivruttakarana Shrutehe Panchikaranasyapi upalakshanatvat. To make it simple, we are using only with upalakshanatvat. Alright. So, answer is that Trivruttakarana Shruti, it not only represents the combination of 3 elements, it represents the combination of 5 elements as well. Okay. And therefore, the Panchikaranasya apramanyam na ashankaniyam. Okay. Now, question would be that each element is not now pure, is no more pure. Each element is now what? Fivefold. So what we are calling Akasha is not pure Akasha. It is Akasha also, Vayu also, Agni also, Apa also, Prithvi also. Then how can we call it Akasha? Not only we, Shastra also uses the word that from Akasha this is born. So Akasha, the designation, how will it come? If each element is consisting of 5. So what is the niyamaka? What is the basis for the designation of each gross element? Subtle element, no problem, because it doesn't have anything else, it is tanmatra. But now gross element, how can we say that Akasha asti, Vayu asti, Apaha asanti? How can you say? Because there are all 5 of them. So for that, the answer is given in the next sentence. Panchanam panchatmakatve samane api teshu cha vaisheshyatu tadvadaha iti nyayena akashadibhyapadeshah sambhavati. Panchanam panchatmakatve samane api. Api means even though. Panchanam bhutanam, sthula bhutanam. Even though these 5 elements have panchatmakatva, the status of being fivefold, even though all 5 elements have got the status of being fivefold, which is samana, common. Even though the status of being fivefold is common to all 5 elements, still teshu cha vaisheshyatu tadvadaha iti nyayena akashadi vyapadeshah sambhavati. Teshu means panchabhuteshu. In those 5 elements, akashadi vyapadeshah, designation such as space, etc., the mention, reference of space, etc., means element is called by one name. This is Akasha, this is Vayu, this is Apaha. From Akasha this is born, all 5 elements, Akasha, etc. So how that Vyapadesha Sambhavati? Sambhavati means possible. Teshu Panchabhuteshu Akashadi Vyapadesha Sambhavati. The mention or the designation of space, etc., is possible with regard to those 5 elements. How? He says Nyayena. Nyayena, simple translation will be by the logic. But Nyaya here refers to this Brahma Sutra or Brahma Sutra, Brahma Sutrastha Nyaya, logic. But in Shastra, in tradition, our Sampradaya is Brahma Sutra when it is quoted, sometimes it is said iti Nyayana. So each sutra or each adhikarana is called Nyaya. Because Brahma Sutra is a Nyaya Prasthanam. If you remember, this Upanishad is Shrauta Prasthanam. Then Bhagavad Gita is Smarta Prasthanam. And Brahma Sutra is Nyaya Prasthanam. Nyaya Prasthanam is what? The main text presenting the logical aspect of the teaching. And therefore each sutra or each adhikarana is called Nyaya. So here one Brahma Sutra is presented to explain how each element can have a particular title. Why Prithvi can be called Prithvi even though it is not only Prithvi? That is the question. Even though Prithvi is not Prithvi alone, why is it called Prithvi alone only? For that answer is given in the Brahma Sutra. In Brahma Sutra also this doubt is raised. Then answer is given Vaisheshyatu, to means however, or here Tikakara says Chodita dosha apanoda. So by tu the possible doubt is negated. Tu shabda, however, tu means however, means it dismisses the doubt that how can there be a particular designation for the element when it is consisting of all five of them. So that is tu. So negation of the doubt. How? Vaisheshyat tadvadaha. Vadaha means designation. Tad refers to corresponding, means each one of them. So tadvadaha means corresponding designation of each element. Means Akasha is called Akasha, Vayu is called Vayu, that is called Tadvadaha. So Tadvadaha means Tasya Vyapadeshaha. Tasya Bhutasya Bhuta Vishesasya Vyapadeshaha. Vyapadesha means designation of Tasya, of that particular element, corresponding element. Because of what? Vaisheshyat. Vaisheshyat means what? Vishesasya bhavaha vaisheshyam. The status of being predominant is called Vaisheshyat. Vaisheshyam. Vaisheshyam means bhuyastvam. The status of being predominant. So Vaisheshyat means because of the predominance of a given element, there will be the designation of that element. Is it clear? Because of the predominance of a given element, there would be vadaha, designation of that element. Yasya cha yatra bhuyastvam tena tasya vyapadeshaha. So, yasya cha yatra bhuyastvam, of whichever element there is bhuyastvam means predominance in whichever element. Tena, by that, because of that bhuyastva, tasya vyapadeshaha. So because of that bhuyastvam, tasya or tena, by that element, tasya vyapadeshaha. By that particular element whose predominance is there, there will be designation of that element. So, in every element, whichever has got the predominance, that will be the name of that element. Whichever element has got predominance, that element will be known by that element of predominance. So, yasya yacha yatra bhuyastvam tena tasya vyapadeshaha. Acha means Vyapadesha means what? Tejo banna vishesha vadaha. So there would be vadaha, mention, designation of a particular element, tejaha, fire, food, etc. So tadvadaha means the designation of a particular corresponding element based on its predominance. So whichever is predominant will be the named, any given element will be named after the element which is predominant. So Vaisheshyat Tadvadaha Tadvadaha. Like Hindustan is called Hindustan. Why? Hindu is predominant, that's all. It's not that others are not there, but it's called still Hindustan, like that. So Vaisheshyat Tadvadaha Tadvadaha is a good example. Vaisheshya. Okay. Iti nyayena, by this logic or based on the sutra, Akashadi Vyapadeshaha, the designation of space, etc., Teshu, with regard to those 5 elements, Sambhavati, is possible. Alright. Now, regarding this Panchikrita Pancha Mahabhutas, means the Mahabhutas which have undergone the process of grossification, one more technical point is given in the next paragraph. Tadanim akashe shabdah abhivyajyate.
Tadanim akashe shabdah abhivyajyate.
Vayo shabdasparshau.
Vayo shabdasparshau.
Agno shabdasparsha rupani.
Agno shabdasparsha rupani.
Apsu shabdasparsha ruparasaha.
Apsu shabdasparsha ruparasaha.
Prithivyaam shabdasparsha ruparasagandhaha cha.
Prithivyaam shabdasparsha ruparasagandhaha cha.
Tadanim. Tadanim means yada panchikritani akashadini tadanim. When akashadi panchamahabhutas are made fivefold, that is the meaning of tadanim. Tadanim simply means then, at that time. At that time means what? When 5 elements are grossified, when they are made fivefold. That time, akashe, in akasha, in space, shabdaha abhivyajyate, the sound quality which was potentially there, abhivyajyate, is manifested. So far it was not manifesting. When it was in apanchikrita avastha, sukshma avastha, the shabdadi were not manifesting. Now manifesting, shabdaha abhivyajyate. Abhivyajyate means manifested. Vayo shabdasparshau. We have to supply what? Abhivyajyate. Vayo in space, in air, shabdasparshau, sound and touch. Abhivyajyate are manifested. So here we have to understand that Akasha has got its own quality Shabda. No inheritance. Inheritance is not there because it is the first one. In Panchadashi they said that Mithyatvam and Sattvam is there in that model. But here we are simply saying only one. Vayu Shabda Sparsho. In Vayu, Shabda and Sparsha are there. Shabda is inherited, Sparsha is one's own. Then Agnav Shabda Sparsha Rupani. What we have to supply? Abhivyajyante. So sound, touch and form are manifested. Apsu, in water, Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasaha. So Shabda Sparsha Rupa, these are inherited. Rasa is one's own. Abhivyajyante are manifested. Prithivyaam, in Prithvi, in the earth, Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandhaha cha Abhivyajyante are manifested. Clear? So when grossification happens, then this Akasha qualities are manifested, available for this perception. Here, one thing to be noted is that Shastra is presenting this Pancha Mahabhuta model. Bhutas are called what? Elements. In science, elements are having big number, some 128 or something. You know, Mendeleev, no? So he has got a table. And he had presumed that some element will come here. You know, he had left some space also. I really love his confidence. So, and it was getting filled up also. So many elements, 100 plus are there. I don't know exact number and we cannot tell because still some element might have come. We might have read Google 2015. Anyway, so 100 plus elements. Whereas here we are telling 5 elements. So those people who want to do the reconciliation, no, they will say something, but science says that elements are 100 plus. You are telling only 5 elements. I think your Vedanta is very old version of science. So when only 5 elements were discovered, that time they must have noted. And this modern science is telling those 100 plus elements. We are not dismissing this model of 100 plus elements. It's one more way of looking at the world. But we are presenting this model of these 5 elements based on our experience. They will be talking about so many elements which we will never come across in our life. Many elements, you know, if you even tell the name, no, this titanium, that something very funny name will be there. We will not come across also. Whereas this five elements model is very comprehensive and it is in keeping with our experience. How? The 5 elements have got 5 qualities and we have got 5 organs to perceive those qualities. So we have 5 organs. Each organ is perceiving one quality which belongs to one elements, and Shastra presents that the whole world is consisting of 5 elements. So our experience is that 5 qualities are perceived by our 5 organs. It is our experience. And these 5 qualities must belong to some elements. So there are 5 elements. And 5 elements, 5 qualities, and 5 types of sense organs, therefore 5-fold experience. I have got Shabdagdanam, Rupagdanam, Sparshagdanam, and thus all of them are matching. So Pancha, the model can continue. That is why some people say this world is called Prapancha. Why? Because Pancha, everything is 5-fold. No? It's not a grammatical derivation. Pancha panchatmakatvat prapancha. Something there like they say. It is not grammatical. Actually, prapancha is derived from panch dhatu. Pancha dhatu. And therefore, it's just way of like how Partha we say, Paha, Paramartha is not a really, it is based on the usual grammar. It's a Pruthayaha Putra Partha, that is Panini. But similarly here, it can be said Parthaha, the way we say. Similarly here, Prapancha they say 5-fold. It is based on our experience. And this Prapancha is having the gross manifestation, and correspondingly there is subtle body to perceive this gross world. And therefore this whole the model of 5 elements is the model based on our experience. So it may not have scientific correspondence or the reconciliation. We don't mind. No. The world can be seen in so many ways. So this is way which is presented in Shastra. Alright. Now, so far there is creation of Sthula Mahabhutas. Now after Bhuta, Bhautika Srishti is talked about. Like in the case of Sukshma Mahabhutas also, First Sukshma Mahabhutas are created, then Sukshma Bhautika Padarthas are created. Sukshma Bhautika Padartha means what? Dhanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Prana, Mana Buddhi, these are Bhautika, Sukshma Bhautika. Similarly, Sthula Bhutas are created, and afterwards this Sthula Bhautika Prapancha is created. That is talked about in the next paragraph. एतेभ्यः पञ्चीकृतेभ्यः भूतेभ्यः भूर्भुवस्वर्मार्जनस्तपः सत्यमिति एतत् नामकानाम् उपरि उपरि विद्यमानानाम् अतल वितल सुतल रसातल तलातल महातल पातालानाम् ओके अतल वितल सुतल रसातल तलातल महातल पातल नामकानाम्
अतल वितल सुतल रसातल तलातल महातल पातल नामकानाम्.
That is correct. अधो अधो विद्यमानानाम् लोकानाम् ब्रह्माण्डस्य तदन्तर्गत चतुर्विध स्थूल शरीराणाम् तदुचितानाम् अन्नपानादीनां च उत्पत्तिः भवति. So your main vakya is etebhyah bhutebhyah lokanam sthula shariranam taduchitanam annapanadinam cha utpattihi bhavati. From these 5 Mahabhutas, utpattihi, creation of 14 lokas, lokanam, sthula shariranam, of the gross bodies, and food and drinks appropriate to those bodies, bhavati, takes place. So creation of 14 lokas, creation of gross bodies, creation of food and water for those gross bodies takes place. So 3 lokanam, sthula shariranam and annapanadinam utpattihi bhavati. So for everything, lokanam again we have to connect with utpatti, sthula sharira utpatti and annapanadinam utpatti. From what? Etebhyah panchikritebhyah bhutebhyah. From these elements which are grossified, which are made 5-fold. Acha. From these 5-fold grossified elements, lokanam utpattihi, there is creation of loka. Loka means what? Lokyate anubhuyate iti lokaha, that which is experienced by you. Or definition of loka given by commentator: प्राणिनः कर्मज्ञान फल भोग स्थान विशेषः लोकः. प्राणिनः कर्म ज्ञान फल भोग स्थान विशेषः. A particular place of experiencing the result of action and meditation for jivas, for the living beings. Means any place which is providing the situation for experiencing the result of punya and papa acquired through karma and upasana by living beings. Alright. Means every loka is a place of experience. Alright. And these lokas, how many are there? 7 up, 7 down. Regarding this, there are some, acharyas, they discuss whether really such lokas are there. Some acharyas believe that it is only a plane of experience. Means there are different planes of experience for human being. It's only a mental state. So when you are in subtler state, you are in Bhuvar Loka, then further subtler than Mahar Loka. Like that they say. But traditionally, as per our Sampradaya, we accept the existence of all lokas. We have a travel, so we accept the lokas. Even though modern people will like to have this interpretation that only a plane of experience, etc., but traditionally it is accepted. And we don't have reason to dismiss. It is, how can you say that, I have, that lokas are not there? No, but see, we went all over, nowhere we found. How many places you have seen? Even science is not able to claim that we have seen the end of this universe. Don't say that. And moreover, we are saying that these planes are at subtler level. Like certain elements are there, but we will not be able to experience. Certain state of matter we cannot directly experience. Subatomic particle we are not experiencing. So there will be subtler level of loka. Lokas are there, but they are in subtler plane which we will not be able to perceive when we are in this Bhuloka. Alright. And so traditionally we accept the existence of the loka. Okay, because many people have this, whether lokas are there or not. In Indian languages we have got saying like Swarga yahi, Narka yahi, iske siva jana kaha. So heaven is also here, hell also is here, isn't it? So people will say this world alone is hell and heaven. So it is nice to say, but traditionally we accept, and it is a apaurushaya vishaya. So we start doubting in one place, then we will start doubting elsewhere. Therefore, the lokas are there. What do we lose by that? Our interest is not in really finding out that where is that loka. Our interest is in understanding the reality of lokas. Whatever be the nature of this world, whether it is only a mental state or whether it is a physical plane, whatever be it is, whatever be that loka. Our Vedanta has got Tatparyam in understanding the reality of it. But when Shastra is talking about it and we do not have pramana to dismiss it, then we don't dismiss. If Shruti itself says somewhere that this is only a mental state, then we will accept. But when Shruti has said and it is not negated by other pramana or Shrutyantara Vakya, then we will not dismiss. That is the traditional approach. Okay. Etebhyaha panchikritebhyaha bhutebhyaha lokanam utpatti. What are the lokas? First, upari vidyamananam, which are existing. Vidyamanam is existing. Upari, one above the other. Upari means one above the other. Like how the order is Bhuhu, Bhuloka. Now we are in Bhuloka. And above the Bhuloka is Bhuvar Loka. So above the Bhuvar Loka. Then Swaha, Swar Loka. Then above the Swar Loka, Mahar Loka. Then Jana Loka, Jano Loka. Then Tapo Lokaha. Then Satya Loka. So Bhuhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapa, Satyam iti etat namakanam. Having these names, Utpatti, Lokanam. So creation of the worlds having these names such as Bhuhu, Bhuva, etc., which are upari upari vidyamananam, which are existing one above the other. Tesham utpattihi bhavati panchikrita panchamahabhutebhyah. Okay. So these are 7 up. So where we are staying? We are staying in upper loka, but the lowest of upper loka. Like going by Rajdhani, but going by the second, three tier AC. In fact, earlier they used to have chair car also, so it's cheaper further. Now also might be there. Okay. So in the higher we are lowest. In higher lokas we are lowest. Like a person staying in a very good posh area, but having 1 bedroom flat. That's all. Area good. He is staying in posh area like that. Now 7 down also are there. Atala. These are the names. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, and Mahatala, and Patala. Because we should know where to stop. Otherwise we say one name is what? Atalavi, other is Talasu, and Talar, then Satal, like that we will read. So we need to know that this is how it is. Atala, Vitala. Tala has got the meaning of the surface. Different prefixes are added. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. Okay. So Patala. This up to this Patala Namakanam. Lokanam. The lokas having the names. This Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala, having this name. Namakanam is having the names. Adho Vidyamananam, which are existing one below the other. Means what? Under the Bhuloka, which loka will come? Atala. Below the Atala, there will be Vitala. Below the Vitala, Sutala. Below that Sutala, Rasatala. Below that Talatala. Below that Mahatala. And Patala is the last. Therefore, in all some languages they use बोले वो पाताल तक चला गया. So means Patala is the lowest one. When well is also is called Patal Ko. You know that Patal well when it's going very deep, they call Patala well Kupa. Okay. So Patala is the lowest. Okay. But lowest, this lower loka, we should not think it is the result of Papa. Okay. These are not. These are meant for demigods or the Sarpadi and all of them. So some lokas, some particular yoni, they will be staying there. That this is not Naraka, okay? This should not be understood as Naraka. Naraka is different. So these are like the what is called not having so much punyam, so they don't go to higher loka, but still they have got some specific advantage. So these lokas are Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. Okay. It is something like this driver of a VIP. So he still is sitting in the AC car and will be staying perhaps in that big palace, but small quarter will be there, like that. So these are not a Papa Phala, it is not considered. Okay. So they are like a demigods, Okay. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Patala. In fact, in Purana they have got description also in this loka what is there, this loka what is there, and who is doing Bhagavatam it comes. So it's a big description given. Alright, so why I am clarifying? Because people may think that the loka below the Prithvi means Naraka. This is not Naraka, hell. It is not hell. Okay. Okay. Then Namakanam Adho Vidyamananam Lokanam Utpattihi Bhavati. The creation of these lokas takes place from these 5 grossified elements. And after using these 14 lokas, 7 up, 7 down, Acharya uses common word Brahmandasya. So Chaturdash Lokanam, or you call Brahmandasya. Brahmandasya means of the universe. Brahmana Vishwasruja Kritam Andaha Bhuvanakosha Brahmandaha. This universe which is created by Brahma, Brahmana Vishwasruja Kritam Andaha Bhuvanakoshaha Vishwagolakaha. This globe, this entire universe is called Brahmanda. Okay. So Brahmanda is a common name, or what is called comprehensive collective name for all the lokas. All the lokas is called Brahmanda. So Lokanam Brahmandasya. Okay. So of the universe, Utpattihi Bhavati Panchikritebhyah Bhutebhyah. And not only that, Tadantargata Chaturvida Sthula Shariranam Cha Utpatti Bhavati. The creation of gross bodies, Chaturvida, of 4 types. Tadantargata means Brahmantantargata, obtaining inside this Brahmanda. The creation, Utpattihi, of 4 types of gross bodies obtaining in this universe. So, Sthula Shariranam api Utpattihi Panchikrita Panchama Bhutebhya Bhavati. That is the idea. The creation of gross body also takes place from these gross elements. That is second thing. Third is what? Taduchitanam Annapanadinam cha Utpatti Bhavati. From these 5 elements alone, there is creation of Annapana, food and drinks, which is appropriate, Taduchita, appropriate to those 4 types of gross bodies. So creation of food and drinks appropriate to those 4 types of gross bodies also takes place from these 5 elements, grossified elements. Alright. So creation of 14 lokas called Brahmanda, creation of gross bodies, and creation of food and drinks. All this creation happens from the 5 grossified elements. Alright, that is called Bhautika Srishtihi. So the creation of these 3 will be called Bhautika Srishti. Now he has used the word Chaturvida Sthula Sharira, therefore he will talk about them. We'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.